Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here and welcome to a brand new video in the scenes for today. We are doing a brand new speed build. So we are in Magnolia Promenade, which is a word where I don't usually build in. I did do the San Francisco townhouses in this word, but usually I don't really use it for building. Anyway, today we are doing this video, which, as you have seen from the title and the thumbnail and everything, as always, is going to be a video for a fixer-upper challenge. So hiphipfixme, if you don't know hiphipfixme at this point, honestly, I don't know. I literally talk about her like all the time on this channel, so I'm gonna link her stuff down below as always. You can check her out if you don't know her. But she created this little challenge called hiphipfixme, where people were supposed to create stuff for her to make over in her streams. So I did this build right here, these townhouses, as you are seeing from the title and the thumbnail and everything. And these townhouses are pretty fun. Obviously they are all like messed up and weird and creepy and broken and everything, because that's part of the challenge, but you can download them right now on the gallery. You can use hashtag Simmuz or use my ID, which is Simmuz, like you're on youtube.spaces, and you should find them pretty easily. These townhouses are supposed to be like all old, so you can use them for like a fixer-upper challenge. And I really like them. I think they turned out pretty cool. They went through a little bit of different iteration, as you can see. It took me a while to get them right, and they are inspired by James Turner, The Sim Supply. James Turner did pretty recently, some townhouses for one of his let's plays, and I really like the overall shape those townhouses had. So I was really inspired by those, and especially like the layout with the 4 different apartments. I'm gonna get into that one in a second. Is very much inspired by that. So obviously, if you haven't seen his videos of making over like these townhouses, I highly suggest you check them out. So talking about these townhouses, again, as I was saying, the shape of them is really particular. As you can see, we are on 4 different levels. There is a basement and 3 upper levels, and each level is connected to the others in a very specific way. So the 2 bottom levels, the 2 I guess basement levels, are connected to the first floor, and the second and the third floor are connected together, but you still come through the first floor. You're gonna see exactly what I mean, but it is the overall shape that James used in his townhouses, and I really like that idea, so that's why I copied that into these. You can really use these apartments for a lot of things. I really like the overall shapes of them. Each apartment is different, but they do all have like the same kind of like idea and feel. So they are, obviously they all look like decrepit because, you know, this is technically an abandoned house, but they also are supposed to be like very oldish. You can obviously renovate them in a very like unique way, but like the overall layout for the apartments is much more older style, since we don't really have open spaces. The kitchen and the dining usually are separated, the living room is separated, the bedrooms are, you know, it has a very specific like division. And yeah, each apartment is also different from the others, so all the layouts are different. Yeah, you can obviously change that out if you want. I usually, when I do makeover of houses, like when I do fixer-uppers, I like to keep the same kind of layout. I usually don't really change the layout of the house, or if I do change the layout, I make it feel like it's reasonable. So like I delete walls that maybe could have been deleted, like obviously not the outside walls. I don't like changing the window placement. I don't like changing the door placement. If I change the door, I keep it in the same spot. If I change the windows, I keep them in the same spot, or I just change the color of the windows. Obviously you can do whatever you want, and as always, if you want to download it, and as I said, it's up on the gallery, you can also do the fixer-upper version of this and, you know, transform it and make a whole like new house. I would love to see you guys try this challenge, I guess, this fixer-upper challenge. Obviously, it was made for the hiphipfixme, but it is up on the gallery, so you can obviously just download it and do whatever you want with it. So the idea behind it, in my mind, the story that I created, is that Magnolia Promenade was once a very, very like commercial district, and this house was supposed to be in the outskirt of this district, like barely in the district, so it was like convenient for people to live here because it wasn't too far away from like all the commercial. But while Magnolia Promenade like grew and the commercial got closer and closer to this residential area, the value of this lot like plummeted, and obviously the people started to move out because, you know, you don't really want to live very close to commercial because commercial is pretty loud usually. So that's why they got abandoned. And the city now, now the Magnolia Promenade was transformed into a super high luxuries district that is like super cool, and everybody really wants to live here, and the value for houses really skyrocketed. The city now wants to transform these townhouses, since they do own them now, since they were abandoned, and now they want to transform them into cool new apartments for people to live in. So yeah, that was my idea behind it. You can do whatever you want obviously with this. You can see here we used a little bit of a technique that I was trying it out, and then I actually really enjoyed it, and I did it for a lot of the apartments, which was using columns to make it feel like there was a wall there and the wall got tear down. Like, the vibe of these houses is that maybe throughout the years that these houses have been abandoned, some people tried to renovate them, so there is some work going on. Like, you can see there are some walls being torn down, there is some stuff being taken out, but it's not a full like complete house obviously. But overall, they obviously all the time they try to fix these houses, they always end up living them the same way, and they all are trashed. They're all like gross and creepy. And also in my mind, especially in this first apartment that we're doing, some people are living in these apartments. I'm not gonna say what kind of, no, actually I'm gonna say what kind of people. The idea is that the people that are living in these apartments are not good people. They're like, it's like a black market, drug dealing sort of place. So that was my idea behind it. So you can see there are objects, like especially in these apartments, that it makes sense. It looks like people still live here. Like the kitchen, there is a TV. Why would there be a TV in an empty apartment? Like, that's probably the first thing that would be like stolen or taken out or anything. And you can see also around here I placed, like you can see I just placed it once, some pieces of machinery. Those are all stuff from Get Famous, that are from the set, the set for like when you are an actor and you go on set, those kind of sets. So they're all like machinery for audio and stuff like that. But in my mind, those are like stuff that were left there from people trying to renovate the house in the past. Like, I don't know, some equipment or something like that. And you saw that one, there are going to be other in around. So you can see here, we do place in some beds to set these rooms as bedrooms. I liked to place a little bit of objects to reveal what kind of, in my mind, was supposed to be this bedroom. Obviously, if you want one of these bedrooms to turn into something different, you can not use them as a bedroom. You can do whatever you want. But in my mind, these like spaces were supposed to be bedrooms. In the spaces where in my mind there was a bathroom, I kept like bathroom stuff, so there's usually showers or sinks or toilets, and the same goes for every other room. So there are elements that you can see that are supposed to be like connected to the original like layout. But obviously, if you want to take this challenge and try your version of these townhouses, you can do whatever you want. I would love to see them. If you do take these townhouses off the gallery and remake them, please let me know in the comments or tag me on Instagram, on Twitter, or whatever. I would love to see you try it out. I know that I used a lot of different packs, which is something that I should have thought about it, but you know, in my mind, I created them for hiphipfixme, and she has all the packs, so I never like restrict myself. So probably let me know actually if you want me to do a fixer-upper for you guys to try out that is probably like base game or something like that, so you guys can use whatever packs you like. So let me know in the comments below actually about that, because I'd like to do that because I really had so much fun with this house. I loved making this one. Super fun. Just because making the weird, like, creepy vibe and all like the dirty and messed up furniture, I don't know, I really like that. It's something that I usually don't do, because obviously I do like cute houses usually, or I try to. So definitely, like, trying this out, it was kind of like cool. I don't know, I liked it. Also, you can see I use some half walls in between some rooms, so it feels like that wall was being built and then they stopped halfway through and left it there. And yeah, that is exactly the vibe that I was going for. Obviously, something that I would love to see, especially with this house, is getting some of the furniture, like keeping some of the furniture, like upcycling it. So for example, there are some beds that aren't too bad, and you could like technically maybe recolor them, like the person that is remaking over the house kept the bed and just decided to make it over or something like that. I don't know. There are some objects that I feel could be kept. So I would love to see that as well in these kind of makeovers. This other basement down here that you see that I'm working on right now, that one is definitely like the most messed up. Like there is old, like the flooring you can see is just grass, or no, it's not grass, it's dirt. I think it's Salvadorian dirt actually. And all the objects that are in are all messed up and like in weird positions. There are a lot of plants, which make it feel more like it's growing like from the dirt, since it's all dirt. Like it's a weird, like, I don't know. But I like it. I feel like it makes sense. Also for these two apartments, I haven't spoken about that, but since there are no windows in the basement, obviously, the only natural light that comes in comes from the doors, the front doors. The two bottom floors are the, like, quote-unquote daytime areas, so you have the living, dining and kitchen and maybe a bathroom, while the bedrooms, I decided to put them in the first floor, so you would get natural light in your bedrooms, because I feel like it's better to have natural light in your own bedroom than in your living room. You can actually, I like having natural light in my living room, but at the same time I feel like it feels a little bit less claustrophobic if your bedroom is actually like you can see the light and you can see outside. I don't know, that's how I feel. But obviously, again, if you make it over and if you want to make it over, you can also change that out. As I said, the layout is supposed to be like kind of something, but also you can just make whatever you want with it. So if you don't like how the kitchen is positioned, you can change that out. And same for every other room. Yeah, but oh yeah, also I forgot to say, but as always, there are gonna be the screenshots and the end of the video. The screenshots are kind of like in a weird order, but I feel like it doesn't really make like, even if I put them in the right order, like if I put like, oh, this apartment and this apartment and this apartment, it wouldn't really make much sense anyway, because these old apartments are like weirdly creepy and broken and sad, and all the furniture is creepy and broken and sad, so it doesn't really make much sense. If it doesn't really matter, I guess, if I just put screenshots randomly, I think, and that's exactly what I did. So hopefully you guys are fine with that. But yeah, this apartment here that I'm making right now is probably the best one. Like it is probably the less like destroyed. It has the most items and also some cute items, like those counters in the kitchen. Those are cute. It's not that dirty. Like obviously it is dirty and there is a lot of like random stuff and piles and dirt, but it's probably the less dirty one. And yeah, again, there are so many items that are cute that I actually feel like you could upcycle and keep for the new version of that house. So that apartment, that one is definitely the best one. This one here is fine. I think it's too dirty. It's way dirtier. It looks gross. Especially, I really like that they gave us dirty carpets. I think it's with City Living. Those dirty carpets are like those are perfect. Those are definitely like I was living for those. Yeah, so right now you can see I'm trying to start out, since I had the layout already, I started to place first the items that I wanted for each bedroom and then go in with like the dirty items, so like all the messes and stuff like that, to add in later. I think like that technique worked a little bit better than just making each room all the time. I usually like doing that. For my builds, I usually go each room at a time, but I think for this one it made much more sense to have the like room overall made and then go back with when everything is done with like all the detailing and all the dirt. I'm putting in also these trees around the sides, and at the back we are gonna put in a debug fire escape, which I really liked when I found it. I was super happy. I think it looks super dope. You're gonna see in a second. Also a lot of vines, also these like creepy vines from vampires that are all like broken and sad. it's a very sad lot, I know. But yeah, almost done. Just I found some debug objects that look amazing, so I placed a lot of them, like all this broken wood. And now I'm doing a little bit of terrain painting. You can see the house there. I think we're going into the screenshots in a second. I'm just creating a little bit of a spot so it feels like you can actually use the fire escape, because there was too many bushes in my opinion. And yeah, here are the screenshots. This is the front of the townhouses. I really see a lot of potential in this build. So obviously, again, if you want to use this build, you can download it off the gallery right now and you can make it over. You can fixer-upper it, and let me know if you do, because I would love to see. And also go check out hiphipfixme. I'm gonna link her stuff down below. She does amazing things, and if you are interested in building, she does a lot of challenges. She does shell challenges, she does challenges like this one, and you can always participate and do some fun stuff like this one. I really had so much fun making this build. It's so cool, and I'm so pleased with it, just because I really like it's something so different from what I'm used to. So that's why I really liked it. Just making something super weird and creepy and messed up and adding all these details. It took me a while to get all the details in, especially with the vampire stuff on the walls, but I think it's, I don't know, I just really like the vibe. And I don't mind the plants. I saw the plants coming through the windows at the bottom floor, like the first floor. In some spots the bushes come through the window, but I don't mind that, because I feel like maybe in that spot, since we don't have broken windows, maybe in that spot the window is broken, so the trees come through. That's the idea. I didn't really mind it, so I didn't change it. I could have changed that, but I didn't, so deal with it. And I feel like it makes sense with the storytelling, like the storytelling itself of the house. Again, there are 4 apartments. You can renovate all of them. You can renovate one of them. You can renovate the outside. You can do whatever you want with this. You can also completely demolish the interior and make maybe like, I don't know, a super cool big mansion inside. That would be cool. That would be cool. Like a 4-story X townhouses story mansion, like Taylor Swift apartments. Like, doesn't Taylor Swift have like 2 townhouses in New York that she like renovated into one apartment? I think so. That would be a cool thing to see. But just putting out there ideas, like I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, obviously, and let me know what you think about this house. I really enjoyed it. If you want me to do the base game version of a dirty home, or maybe with just one pack, like maybe just vampires and base game, or whatever you want, I would love to do them, because I really had so much fun with this one. But I guess we are done with this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.